Do 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 do. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Hi everybody, welcome back to Rainbows Are Circles, where we bring a little bit of magic into everyday life. Today we're learning how to make this super cute crochet headband using the chevron stitch. This is a great project for beginners because it's small enough that you can finish it within a day or two, and it just uses the same stitch over and over so that you really get the hang of it. All that you need for this project is some yarn, a crochet hook, a needle, and some scissors. I used a 4mm crochet hook and some medium weight number 4 yarn. You can use other yarn and crochet hook sizes as well, but just know that your headband might be a little bit wider or more narrow depending on the size that you use. If you're new to crochet, just remember to have fun. Take breaks if you need to. If you ever feel frustrated at any point, like, oh, I'm not getting this, don't worry. Everything takes a little bit more time when you're just learning something. So if you need to, take a step back, take a breath, take a break, and then come back when you feel fresh and ready. This is meant to be fun, so let's have fun together. Grab your materials and let's get started. We'll start by making a slip knot. And I'm going to pull the tail here just to make it a little bit tighter. And we're going to chain 7. So yarn over and pull through. That's 1. Yarn over and pull through. That's 2. Let's do 7 of those. Six and 7. Okay, now let's look at these chain stitches. As you can see, there's 7 of them, and they look like little V's, like this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do 2 single crochets. So this is the first chain from the hook. We're going to go into the second one. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. That is a single crochet. We're going to do that one more time in the same stitch. Insert your hook and yarn over again, pull through both loops. Okay, now we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. So this is the next stitch. Insert your hook and yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over again, and pull through. All right, we're going to skip the next 2 stitches. So skip that one, and then we're going to single crochet into the next one. There we go. Now into this last stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochets. There's 1, and there's 2. As you can see, this is getting a little bit loose right here, so it's no problem. You're just going to pull that tail and tighten it up. Okay, now let's just take a look. As you can see, it's adorable already. It looks like a little V, and the chevron stitch is essentially just a bunch of V's stacked next to each other. So to do the next round, we're going to chain 1, like so, and then turn your work, and we're going to repeat that same pattern in the back loop only. So if you look at the top here, you can see all these V's again. This is the front loop, the one closer to you, and then this is the back loop. And we're going to do the next round in the back loop only. So we're going to, once again, single crochet twice into the second stitch from the hook. So this one right here. Back loop only. I'll insert my hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. Yarn over again, and pull through. Same stitch. Single crochet. There we go. Next stitch is one single crochet. So just look for that stitch, back loop only. Insert your hook, pull through. Insert your hook and pull through both loops. Now we're going to skip those next two stitches and do a single crochet into the next one. So I'm going to skip this one and this one, and we're going to go into this one. Single crochet here, and then two single crochets into that last stitch. And there we go. Once again, we're going to chain one and then turn your work to begin the third row. So two single crochets into the second stitch from the hook. And we're, oops, I'm going off camera here. Sorry about that. Second one here. Okay, and then single crochet into the next. And we're just going to repeat this pattern over and over again. That's it. One thing I want to point out, when you get to the last stitch in your row, sometimes it's a little bit hard to find the stitch. So turn your work so you can see the top of it until you can see that V. And there it is. And then you can go ahead and insert your hook into the back loop only. So you might just, if you're finding it difficult to see that last stitch, then just turn your work so you can see the top of it, and it's a little bit easier to find where you want to put that hook. Eventually, as you go through this, it will just become a really nice long stretch of these beautiful V's. Now, once you've got this nice long strip of chevron stitches and it fits around your head to make your headband, we're going to finish this project off by connecting the ends together. So once you're done with your last row, we're going to fasten off by yarning over, pulling up a loop, and then cutting the end. And you want to leave it a little bit long. I would say about 8 inches just to be safe. And then you're going to pull that tail all the way through and tighten it up. Now we're going to use this tail to sew the ends together. So go ahead and bring the ends of your piece together. And it's going to look like this. So I'm going to take a needle, thread it through, and we're going to sew these ends together by lining up the stitches. And remember, you can like turn them so you can see the top of the stitches. And I'm going to start with where my yarn is and just go through that top stitch. And then also go through the top stitch on the other end, like so. And then I'm going to bring it back through the second stitch on each side. It might look like a little bit of a mess, and that's totally okay. We're just essentially sewing the ends together so that we can make one continuous loop. And form our headband. Okay, and then once you get to the end, you can go through that last space one more time. And then before you pull it all the way tight, you're going to thread your needle under and tighten it so it kind of makes like a knot. And then we can thread this end through some of the other stitches just so that it gets kind of hidden in there. And then cut off the end. And same thing with this side. And go through a few stitches to thread it through. Cut off the end. And there you have it. Beautiful. Good job. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful headband with me. If it's for yourself, enjoy wearing it. If it's a gift for a friend or family member, I'm sure they're going to love it. Handmade gifts are always really special because people know that you really took the time and the thought to make something just for them. And that always feels really good. So if you enjoyed this, make some more for your friends in their favorite colors. And I'll see you in the next video. Do 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 do. Wow 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 wow. Yeah.